working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Boom, 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 boom. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see y'all. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are now live. Let's go. Indeed. This is a live show. It's not a pre-record. I know we don't normally do holidays, but I'm gonna say yesterday wasn't a real holiday, but it was. And today I think it's federal too, so that counts too. We normally don't, but since, it wasn't a lot going on, we figured let's come on through with the come through. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside the tiny closet command center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Good to see y'all. First timers. Hey, something like a podcast, trending topics, celebrity guests, hilarious commentary, and interesting people. We talk some shit, learn some shit. Today's a holiday. Jay Lee says, yes, today is President's Day, I believe. I forget which. For a minute, I thought Monday we got off for Valentine's Day, and I was like, that ain't never happened. But I think today is President's Day. I think it is. I saw the commercials, President's Day sale, and I seen, President's Day sale and something else I seen today to let me know that that's what it was. Peanut Gallery, what up? No individual shout outs. Also, this weekend, man, I hope you had a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hope you did something productive with your time. We were moving some Drunken Fruit through the DMV. They have a local special for people in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. If you don't know, they're also in the middle of February Black Business Challenge, supporting Black business in some way, shape, or form during your day. And combine that with 30 to 45 minutes of exercise. Find out more, #Drunken Fruit Challenge. But we also got I believe we're down to 3 holiday bundles left. And that's Drunken Fruit Strawberry mixed with the finest champagne. So send them an email or direct message me to get yours. We're down to 3 left, I believe. We're down to 3. So they've been moving. Great gift idea, last minute, overdue, whatever you want to do. If you want to, you want to make good, we got you covered. Damn, I coughed. And you know what happens when you cough. Y'all ain't see me cough, but I got to stand by. This is a live show, don't trip. Okay, I'm good. Shit, you never know, man. You can't You can't play with it. You know what I'm saying? Pause. All right. Today, it's gonna be a short show, man, because I know people normally don't expect us to be here on holidays, but I wanted to get this in today. So we're gonna get right to it. A couple stories I want to touch on in the NBA. Blake Griffin, I thought was interesting, and the Griot as well. And then we're gonna get right to it. It's tax time officially, ladies and gentlemen. I know we mentioned it before, but as of Friday, the IRS opened its doors, man, and it's time to get the party started. So we're going all the way back to Holloway Tax Services to get the details and the insight on what you can and can't do, what you should and shouldn't do. Now that it's wide open, it started on the 12th of February, so now the IRS is open and it's officially tax season, ladies and gentlemen. So get your questions ready. So if you look here in the chat on what is this YouTube on the chat, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to join the show in case you want to jump on and ask your question in person, which what I would prefer because I'm not reading anything out the chat. You gotta do it yourself. Grow up, put your big pants on, your big people pants on, and here's the phone number. It's a live show. And 765 Let's Go 176 Live Let's Go 1. I'll be looking. If you want to come on and ask Rashard Holloway from Holloway Tax Services a question. All right. Shout out to Mr. Clarkson, our executive producer down the hall of Studio G, and John Watson, our New York bureau chief. Mr. Clarkson will be joining us Wednesday for a spirited discussion on Judas and the Black Messiah. We'll be talking about it from all angles, man. I saw it this weekend, and I got to tell you, man, share a little story. I remember when it debuted. Like, Eyes on the Prize was a big deal in our house, and I remember vividly being glued to Eyes on the Prize whenever they came out every February, the docuseries, PBS. And one of the ones that most resonated with me was Fred Hampton's story for a number of reasons. I'll go into more Wednesday. But that was my favorite storyline. And it kind of gave birth to my hearty, lifelong disdain for authority and law enforcement. That's part of the reason. I'll give y'all more on Wednesday. But anyway, I say all that to say, I was excited to watch the movie and glad that they finally did it. But I got to tell you, the movie was so good. This is how good it was. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. There's no way to spoil it. He gets killed in the end. Anyway, the movie was so good to me. I knew what was going to happen. I knew when it was going to happen. And I was still furious at the end. Still furious. That's how the depth and the character portrayal and the drama. I still knew what was going to happen, and I was absolutely furious. So anyway, Wednesday we're going to be talking Judas and the Black Messiah with Mr. G. Mr. Clarkson in Studio G, because he loves history. All right. Okay. Quick question: what day do I need to send the money for the money wheel? So the live money wheel, where the money resides, live money wheel. We do it on Fridays. You can send money all week through Thursday. But make sure let's see. Slots are still $2. We're not going to go up this week because we had some issues last week. People didn't understand and blah, blah, blah. Let's Go Live show is where you send the money to and put in the notes, how many slots on the wheel you want. So if you send $10, say I want 5 slots. And then we put you on it. It's a 50-50 raffle. We split the money with you live, the viewer, on the show. Then the other half goes to production costs. We've done it twice, and both of the winners each said that they wanted to put their money back into the pot, which is amazing. Appreciate it. And let the pot build on some Powerball type shit. So we do that, and that's right on time too. I'm glad you asked that question because we're going to bring in Rashard, and we're going to talk about the tax ramifications of doing a live 50-50 raffle online. All right, anyway, let's keep it moving. See what y'all saying. My Aunt Linda left for Byron. The End of the Bench podcast says my Aunt Linda left with Bobby Rush, and I currently live 7 houses away from where the murder took place. Hey, let's Hey, come on the show, man. I want to hear that story. Wednesday, if you got some time, I want to hear that story. I'm trying to piece it together in my head what you're saying. Either you're from Chicago or related to the situation. But Wednesday, we'd love to have you on the show. Let's do it. Hosted by Into the Bench podcast, hosted by H Rap B. Oh, H Rap B. Maybe you related to H Rap Brown. All right, let's keep it moving. I ain't gonna assume. It's a live show. And of course, while you're here, hit the likes, thumbs up, hit the thumbs up so we can get the show moving. Hit the bell, turn it on YouTube, turn the notifications on, and follow me on all social media. All right, so let's get it. Right about now. Let me put his name up. Put the website up. Hold up. I got to put the website up. Do. Talk amongst yourselves. Hey man, I got to tell you, man, I've been watching. I've been binge watching Jesse Lee Peterson and and Tommy Sotomayor, and who's the third one? I watch Boyce, and damn, who's the other one? Who's the other one? Jesse Lee Peterson, Tommy Sotomayor. Oh, Kevin Samuels. I got to tell you, man, these guys are so entertaining. If you're not watching them either live or on the playback, man, you missing some good foolishness, man. All right, here we go into the program. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, right now from Holloway Tax Services. Holloway, what's good with you?
What's happening? How you doing this evening?
Good, man. Loud and clear, sounding good. Yeah, looking good, real crisp. Good to see you. How's your weekend, man?
Great weekend.
Good.
Lots of office time.
Yeah, so all right, let's talk about it, man. February 12th. Why that? Because you told me, and I was like, why February 12th? Why Friday? Why that date? And and what does that mean for the start of the tax season?
So the IRS basically opened up their electronic filing portals again so for folks can send their returns. So the returns that they're accepting now are 2018, 19, and 20. 20 is important because 20 just ended and most people just got their W-2s, 1099s, and such. So that's important.
So they're accepting the last 3 years, basically.
Correct.
Which is normal.
Which is all that they're going to give you refunds for. So if you didn't file 2017, sorry to tell you, it's too late. You won't get that refund money.
Oh wow. Okay, put a pin in that because I got some commentary on that, but we actually got an early call, so I'm gonna go straight to it. Welcome to the program. Let's go live. Yellow.
Hey, good brother. This is Rainy, man.
What's good with you? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear us? I can hear you. Rainy. All right, we're going to put you on standby for a minute. Get yourself together. All right, let's try it again. Rainy, welcome to the program. Sounded like you had a lot to say. All right, you're going to have to call back, champ. Return you to the queue. We got options, ladies and gentlemen. We got a real phone situation. We're gonna stand by, get yourself together, and I'm gonna come back to you. All right, so I said push pin on the 17. Oh, is that him? Or is that? Oh, you might have to turn. You got headphones over there?
No. Hold on.
Yeah,
One second.
just turn it down a little bit.
Turn it down. That's good.
Yeah. There we go. Got that feedback. So I remember when I first got back on the grid. I don't know if I told you this story. It was a few years ago, and I got with a tax professional. I had no clue that 3 years thing was a thing.
That's
you know
the
what
thing.
I mean? Yeah, and she was like, this is maybe 2014 or 15, and I was trying to make a home purchase, and the lender was like, we need 2 years. I was like, I ain't got none, and I went to the professional. And she was like, well, you can do all the way back to 2012. I had no clue. 3 years. But like you said, the kicker is, and I wasn't doing no taxes before that at all. The kicker was like past that third year or forward, a year or two, that outside that window, nothing. So if somebody needs your 2017 and you haven't done it now, you short.
Well, I can still do it, but
you're not gonna get no money back.
You're not getting no money back.
Yeah,
If you
right.
if you owe the IRS, they want their money with interest and penalties.
Right. Oh, okay. And it's no statute of limitation on that.
7 years back. They can go 7 years back on you.
Jeez. Oof. All right, let's try this one more time. Feel like they got a good question. Yo, Rainey.
Yes, what's
right.
up with you, man? Yo, I definitely have a serious question. So listen,
Now, is it tax? Is it tax related? Is it tax related? IRS related?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's get
Definitely
it.
is.
Let's get
Definitely
it.
is.
Let's get it.
So look, so you know my situation where I've been going, went to jail. So say every time, like for the past 3 years, every time I went to jail, it was around the time I was supposed to file my taxes, and I never could file my taxes at all for the past 3 years.
So one of my things that I would say to you is, I see this from time to time. So one, if you have your W-2s, you can still file your taxes. If you don't have your W-2s, you must then go to the IRS and get a transcript. Your transcript will have certain information of your earnings, but the transcript most times does not have your state income or local taxes. So for example, in Pennsylvania, they will not have any state or local taxes that you may have paid to, like say, the city of Philadelphia or Chester or wherever you may work at. So that's something that's important. So it's good to have those W-2s or reach back out to that employer to make sure you can get that information.
Hey, Rainey. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, cause one of the situations I was working on a campaign, and like everybody said that they sent they were saying that they sent everything out, but if I can't get that information through my employer, is there anywhere else I can get it?
Only the IRS requesting a transcript.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, so let me get in your business, Rainey. It's that type of show. You ready? You ready? So every year you go back to jail every year?
Yeah. So listen, man. So look, right now, to keep it a bean, I'm on probation until 2041.
Okay.
So if I violate, even with my last situation, I got into an argument with my kid's mom boyfriend. Well, I ain't gonna lie, we got into a little scuffle, but the cops didn't even get involved, but because they came out and my name was and they said my name,
contact,
red flag went out, and I automatically got in trouble, so I had to go to jail for 90 days. And it's pretty much the same situation that Meek Mills was in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas he had got caught up in the situation, and every time they violate you, they just keep extending you, and that's just how the system is.
So what are we doing, or what can we do to keep you on track?
So to be honest, man, this last go around, everything was going good for me. The bad side of it was that my mom passed away, but when she passed away, my mom left me and my sister $200,000. So I had started a little business. You know what I mean? And everything was good. It just was that with the last situation, it was just that, anybody that know me, they know at times I can be a hothead. But with this situation, what blew my mind was that the boy actually sucker punched me first. So it was a reaction.
Right.
And, and that, that's still something that I still have to work on. But I don't, and I know everybody be like, well, Ray, try to give me, try to lecture me, but I don't know how I actually could have walked away from a motherfucker sucker punching me. But other than that, my life, everything was good.
Yeah.
It was just one of the moments in time where it was like, shit just happened.
Yeah.
So right now, what happened was when I came home the year before last, I was working, and I was working for a whole year down at the stadium and at this meat factory. But I missed out. But I had got locked up because of the situation, and I missed out on filing my taxes again for the third year.
Okay. Well, a couple things.
Well, actually, to be honest, that's false. I haven't filed my taxes since I worked on Joe Suspect's campaign in 2015.
On Joe who?
Joe Suspect. Well, I was a fundraiser for Joe Suspect when he was running for state senator.
That's his real name?
Yeah, Joe Suspect. He just was running. He just ran for president the last go around. He just was one of them candidates, them Democratic candidates.
Oh, okay, Joe Suspect. All right. So look, a couple things. One, thanks for calling. Two, my condolences on your moms and all that. Three, kudos to you for coming home and taking that, that money and trying to do something productive with it and start a business and all of that. I, for one, am not going to lecture you on how to deal with those type of occurrences. But I will say this, that as long as you on the up and up, man, check in with us and we'll try to, track your progress and encourage you, whatever. I don't know if we got until 2041, but we're going to do what we can here at the Let's Go Live show and make sure, we'll try to ride with you and make sure you take the information that Rashad gave you and put it to good use.
So this is a show?
It's a show, man. Live show.
Oh man. So I wasn't talking to Shy regular?
Yeah. We on live. It's people. Yeah. Yeah. All of that.
Hey, Rainy, hit me up at any time, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I definitely will, man. Cause listen, just like I said, yo, Shaw, man, I'm trying to get everything right. But just like I said, I haven't filed my taxes. And when I seen Mike post this, John, I have a lot of questions. And in the same token, if anybody can assist me with starting this business I'm trying to start, I just invested on like $10,000 in all this equipment. I need some help trying to set this joint up.
Well, he'll definitely, keep him on the short dial. He'll definitely point you in the right direction. All right, I appreciate your call, man. Stay up.
All right.
All right, that's what's up. Hey, man. Hey, it's a challenge out there. It's a challenge trying to do the right thing, the right way. So that's big that he's even making that effort. And I know how that contact piece is when living in LA, dealing with gang injunctions and all of that. When they talk about violating, like that violation is real. Like any contact, any time we got to show up or your name gets mentioned, you get bumped back. So I know that's a struggle, but 2041, good Lord. I mean, golly, good luck, champ. I'm rooting for you. All right. So there's that. So to anybody else who, Rashad, who's in a similar situation and, they missed the window on years, on tax years, they can follow the similar advice that you gave him, even if it's not for the same reason.
Yeah, even if it's not for the same reason, it could be anything. Get your most recent years done as soon as possible, especially 2020, 2019, because 2020 has that. Did you get the stimulus check questions? And if you didn't get those stimulus checks, perfect opportunity for you to get your bread up.
So let's talk about that. Explain that. That question is where? That
question is on your 2020 taxes. So that question says, I know certain clients have not received that stimulus money. So, and folks out in listening land, they may not have gotten that money last year. So there is questions on your 2020 tax return that says, hey, did you receive your stimulus check, and how much were the two stimulus checks that you received? And so you have to say, hey, I received a stimulus check and my stimulus check was $1,200 or however much it was. Occasionally, when dealing with folks with taxes, people like to commit tax fraud and try to say, yeah, I ain't getting no money, and they got it. It's just going to bump up against their system, and they know who got their money and who did not. So it's like they're not going to cut a check for you, and they know that you got your money.
Now, and I believe we asked something similar last time, with how crazy 2020 is. Do they expect a lot of fraud? Or 2020 was? Do they expect a lot of fraud?
They have to expect a lot of fraud, and fraud is like, so you got to realize that the IRS normally has about 2 to 3 weeks to pay out on a return that is submitted to them. Sometimes they will take up to 6 to 8 weeks, depending upon if they have to do further investigation. For example, earned income credit, they're going to turn over all the stones on earned income credit to make sure that you are who you say you are and you made what you said you made as far as income. So fraud is huge in this arena or this area. They even have, for example, when conducting interviews, I need to see my client's IDs. I need to see your state ID, whatever your valid driver's license or whatever. I'm asking for it. In order to process your paperwork, I need to see those things. Because I need to make sure you are who you say you are. You could have stole somebody's W-2. You could have created your own W-2. I don't know. So I need to see that information.
Wow.
To cover myself.
Now, what if they got good work done on the created W-2? You don't work for the
so remember, once it leaves my hands, it goes directly to the IRS. They bump it up against what's in their system from whatever the employer has filed, whatever the Social Security Administration has on file. So, for example, if I fat finger a number and say, hey, your Social Security has a 0 in it, and it's supposed to be a 6, it's going to kick back to me and say, hey, wrong person, wrong Social Security number, try again. And that's the beauty of e-file, electronic filing. It can tell you almost instantaneously. And this is something that, that as over the years, it's gotten way better. Like you used to have to wait a day or two. It can tell you almost within minutes now.
765 let's go 1 765 let's go 1. The number is it's on your keypad, so you can translate that with the alphabet. We got Rashad Holloway from Holloway Tax Services right now. We're talking tax time. IRS is back open for e-filings as of Friday. Landlords and property owners and people with real diverse portfolios, and I owned money, and I've 2020 was good for me in on the stock market, and or even to the other end of the spectrum. I'm a landlord, and my people ain't pay in 12 months, and I had to find that money from some places, and I took it out of my 401k, or I did did all the tricky stuff that I wasn't expecting to do in 2020 to stay afloat. Like, what are some of the protections or options I have to get back right if I'm one of those people?
So as a landlord, I have clients that are landlords and property owners that have folks that they're renting to, and also clients who own commercial real estate. And let's just say their clients aren't paying them. The first thing I say to those types of clients is, hey, go to your bank and make sure that your bank understands, hey, currently where you stand with that tenant. If the tenant is not paying you, communicate that to the bank. If you plan to continue to make payments, that's great. But if, I had a couple of folks who, hey, after 12 months, your reserve's only so large. After 12 months, hey, blank, I need some COVID help. And if folks aren't aware, banks have their COVID relief plans for folks that either if you own your own house, and this is not just for the landlords, but also if you just own a regular property, you have 12 months to that you can suspend or put your loan into forbearance. But they request an update every 3 months for that, and so that's a possibility for landlords.
All right, that's dope. John, stand by, John. All right, let's go to Beltsville right now. Reg, welcome to the program. Let's go live. Can you hear me, Reg? All right, hung up. All right, let's go to New York Bureau Chief John Watson. What's good with you, fam?
What's up, fam? What's going on, champ?
Chilling.
Hey, I got question. Every once in a while, like when I file my taxes, and I have a person that I trust that does it for me. But like I tend to wait. I never file my taxes because I'm always receiving some sort of interest statement or something from like my IRA or something like that. That comes, not before February. You know what I'm saying? And so I tend to file in March or so. But every once in a while, I'll get a statement, from some low interest, something or other that I got, and it'll be after I file my tax.
Right.
And it's not a crazy nominal amount, but like, so what do I do with that, statement that I got late? Do I just toss it in and add it in with my next upcoming tax series? In other words, I got something for, 2019, late 2020 after I filed. So did I just throw it in with my 2020 taxes?
No. So, for example, for that, if it's a small amount, let's just say your bank paid you $10 in interest. I have seen where the IRS has gone back and requested that you amend your return and include that $10. Most times they just say that they don't bother you, but they have the opportunity to come back and bother you. Hey, it's $10. You forgot to add that information into your return. The biggest thing, or the thing that I see that happens a lot of times, is, let's say somebody was at the casino, they forgot to, and I think I might have mentioned this on the call last time, they forgot to add that. The IRS wants that. They want the tax off that. They want to add that. That's added income. Or you pull money from your 401k as a distribution and not a loan. And Lamont, you mentioned this a little earlier too. When pulling money, make sure you always take the loan. Don't take the distribution. If you take the distribution is that money's high. If you take 50 grand, 20 grand, that's now income tax to you. They can tax it. And during COVID, they waived the 10% during COVID time. Like I guess right now, so let's just say you came down with COVID, they waived it. But on the back end right now, a lot of my clients, or a lot of folks, not just my clients, all clients, people took money out and now they're getting hit with, you took a couple thousand. Now, some people depleted their entire 401k to go buy a BMW, Benz, new house, take a vacation, and they forgot the tax ramifications, or they weren't advised of it. So
yeah, because I know people that did that, and I was about to do it. So take the distribution as opposed to taking the loan, because the loan you pay yourself.
Take the loan, because at least the loan you're gonna pay it back. You're telling your people that you're gonna pay it back. That's just no different than you saying, hey, I want to go buy a new house. I want to upgrade my house. I'm taking, if your 401k allows you to take a loan against your 401k, take the loan versus taking the distribution. The distribution is then taxable to you as income.
Okay.
That year.
Okay. I had it confused. So what is the distribution? What does that mean?
That just means you just pulled the money.
Okay, got it.
It's a distribution from your 401k. Some people roll the money in. Let's just say you stop working at one job and went somewhere else, and they got a whole different plan, and you want to roll that in. You can roll it in and not be taxed. But if you decide to pull the money and then go put it in there, that's now taxable to you. A lot of people do that from time to time as well.
What if I get fired and I want to take the money and put it into something interest bearing other than a bank? How do I do that?
So you get so let's just say you got fired for one job, right? And you got, I don't know, I'm not endorsing any specific folks. Let's say Fidelity Investments or something, and want to roll it into a Fidelity account. You take this as an opportunity to roll it over to that Fidelity account. Not touching the money, you not pulling the money out physically yourself. You're having the two banks talk and them to figure it out to get your money over to Fidelity. Not you pull the money yourself. When you touch the money yourself, it's now taxable to you. And now you on the hook for that money.
What if I take it out as a loan, then I get fired? And then
all right. Normally, if that happens, let's just say if that happens, right? You still can opt to pay on it, or sometimes they'll just say, all right, you got fired. They may just say, all right, it's a distribution now. They may convert it to a distribution, but you can make arrangements with that company to continue to pay on it bi-weekly, monthly, whatever you decide to do. That's the difference with a loan. It's still negotiable. It's not a distribution. You can negotiate it, even if you're no longer an employee with that company. You can work that out with the company.
Now, is the distribution tax a flat rate, or is it based on how much you pulled out or how much you have?
It's added to you as income. So it's kind of hard. Most times in the distribution, they'll take 10%. The rule is normally 10%, and also sometimes they'll take out state as well. So it just depends on, let's just say you pull 50, 10% of 50 is 5,000. Mm-hmm. So that's 5,000 you paid towards your taxes. But if you brought in another 100, that's still 50. That's 150 total that's combined for this year's taxes, if you get what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to say.
So the number could be higher because of, it's the total. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Now I think that's a new one, and we haven't covered that. And I know that 401k conversation is a real one, because, like I said, in 2020, you reach from everywhere. That might have been one of your go-to options to go ahead and do that, because it was almost an option around here. You know what I'm saying? And so that's good to know. All right, we get y'all. We getting factoids, man. This is You're not getting this conversation nowhere else, man. This is yeah. All right. So look, 765. Let's go on. I'm gonna try to call. We'll call Reggie back because we got the technology to do it. And I don't know if he meant to call or let's see. Y'all pay for this technology, so we're gonna use it. Just calling. He ain't picking up. Hey, Reg. Can you hear us? Yeah, you're a little muffled though. This is Let's Go Live. We calling you back. It's Lamont. Or maybe try a better phone and hit us back. Hey, we'll do that. All right. It's worth a shot. All right. Let's see. Group reminder on the bank account interest. Rachel, you get taxed and the penalty. Good. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, of course. Any questions? 765. Let's go one. And also,
Lamont, as you mentioned the bank account for all the listeners out there, whoever you're banking with, always assess who you're banking with, the companies that you're banking with. Lamont, I know you probably had a conversation about the banking black in America thing movement, and I applaud. All right, that's one of them things. Yeah, it's one of the things we probably need to talk about. I love black banks, and I love talking about banking, and always assess or take inventory of who you're banking with. And when I say take inventory, take a look at, hey, in last year, how much have you been assessed in fees by your bank? If your bank is constantly assessing you in fees because of minimum amounts or the number of types of transactions and things like that, you may want to assess whether you need to stay with that bank. The larger banks tend to assess you a lot. I like the larger banks, but they tend to assess you a lot. I also like if you're going to have your money somewhere, make sure the money's helping you out or is convenient for you. A lot of times, most people are with banks just because mama had the bank and they just never move. Take a look at what incentives that are out there. Go to nerdwallet.com. Take a look at your personal accounts for bonuses that may be in your area, and also for business accounts. If you're opening up a business account, there are definitely a lot of good business bonuses out there. We recently opened up a couple of accounts for a couple of clients, and great opportunities for money to grow. If you just got money just to sit there, might as well have the money, earn some money for you. So just as a heads up.
Bonuses from where? From the particular bank?
From that particular bank, from just opening up an account.
Oh, okay. But is it the same, rates that you'll be looking at for, that less than 1% yield, APY, and all of that?
Yeah, but if they give you a couple of dollars up front to do some things with, and you were just going to have the money sitting there anyway.
True. Okay.
Go ahead and take the gamble. It's better than this. Well, I won't say better than the stock market because that can definitely yield some dividends, but it's better than sitting there and not doing that for you.
Not at all. Yeah. All right. So now you mentioned NerdWallet, and I've seen the commercial. Now, what does that do specifically?
NerdWallet is a website full of information about different things from credit cards to lending and things like that. Okay. I suggest folks take a look at it, and let's just say, if you're looking to maybe open up a credit card, it can give you a list of credit cards that you may be thinking, if you're thinking about going to get some credit or something.
A lot of the information in one place.
Yeah, all that information in one place, from lending and credit cards and things like that.
All right, so real quickly now, let's talk about the black banking thing, and I'm not putting you in a position where you got to endorse, but there are a couple new ones. Mm-hmm. Well, one new one, right? What do you say to people that have apprehension on banking with a new black bank only because it's a new black bank?
If you're in the DMV area, what is the City First is down in this area. So what do you have to lose? If you have nothing to lose, if it's just, hey, you putting that money in there just to pay a bill, okay, put it in there just to pay a bill. I see Jay Watson talked about the Greenwood Bank, and that's where I was going. That's where if Greenwood is accessible to you, if there's like a co-op type function where you can sit in the DMV, I can put my money in the bank and it's accessible to me, do it. But don't put your money into a bank in which it's in a whole nother state, 5 or 6 states away, and you're not able to, ride down the street, and other than using your ATM, you're not able to get your money or have access to your money. That would be kind of foolish. To some degree, although I love the idea though.
Right, and there are 3 that I can name. Greenwood, of course, is the newest, but there's Industrial, and then there's First One United. What does it take for these guys to grow? Just volume? Is that what it take for them to get, household name and all the perks and bells and whistles? Does it take just volume? Is that all it takes?
No, it's a number of different things. I'm not an econ guy, but
Okay.
yeah, it's a number of things. Volume is probably one, and the amounts of deposits and the number of folks and accounts to open and things like that. That's very important. Also, how much they're lending also is put into that. So that's how the bank makes their money, by lending money to the community. So keep that in mind as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I just have such a take on stuff like that, and how, and it's kind of off topic, just how we need to recondition, ourselves as we deal in this economy and within this marketplace. Because long story short, when you think about Black Bank, right? Of course, we need it, we want it, we want to support it. But even if all of us put our money in there, it still wouldn't, do no damage until white folks bank there. And the same mentality that I have, Bank of America ain't a white bank, it's a bank. So white people got to be trained the same way to look at Greenwood and Industrial as a bank.
Correct. And I'll tell you, in one of the books that I've read in the last year or two, twice, The Color of Money. If you get a chance, take a look, read that. The Color of Money gives the history of banking in this country. Very deep book. If
you got the stomach for it.
Yeah.
If you got the stomach for it. They talk about staring and redlining and all that. All right. Yeah, man. So that's just another topic we'll bring back at another time. Any last minute, I see I'm on your website, so I see some tax tips. Any last minute easy victory tax tips you could leave us with?
Yeah, of course. As I always tell most of my clients, especially the new ones, make sure you're organized. A lot of times I spend a lot of grunt hours doing organization for a client, although they're new, just trying to get them up to speed to where, hey, this is it's a quick thing for me to do their taxes or their returns. A lot of times clients come, hey, I got a shoebox full of receipts. That's great. However, that shoebox needs to be summarized. If I summarize it, I'm going to charge you. My staff's going to charge you. I have to charge on behalf of my staff. And I'm going to pass it to my staff, and I got to pay them. So it's important that, you be as organized as possible, whether it's keeping an Excel, QuickBooks, those types of things up to date, and just kind of knowing where you stand personally with your money and the things that you got going on tax-wise. A lot of things happened in 2020 where you had the student loan deferment, where folks didn't pay student loans. Although student loans were deferred, some of those loans still accrued interest, and you're able to accrue interest, or you paid the loan half the year and you didn't pay the other half, or you paid the loan the entire year. That interest is there and available for you to claim that exemption. And remember, I think last time we talked about the $300 on that. If you don't itemize, you're still able to get the $300 as long as you can show proof that you gave to a charitable organization. Yeah, you got to show proof, right? I just can't say, man, hey, Rashad, I gave down the street to that school is closed. You talking about the school is closed? Yeah, I gave it to that school. Can you show me a receipt or something that?
And when you say proof, it's just as simple as that little tag, that little ticket, that little. I got a couple of those. Okay.
Yeah, and if you gave cash, you got to show that you gave cash.
Okay. All right, that'll work. Hey, that'll work. Hey, Matt. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Another one. So IRS is wide open. Holloway Tax Services is wide open. Visit them at the website, hollowaytaxservices.com. Rashad Holloway, I appreciate you as always.
As always.
Bringing us the heavy info. And before you go, like, what's people risking it all out here? They just ducking the taxes. Are they still throwing people in jail? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, they still sending people audit letters and all types of craziness.
What's a number? What's a number that gets you jail time? Is you ducking 10,000? Is it 40,000? Is there a range?
So the rule is normally you willingly, fraudulently try to defraud the government. Like that could be as easy as $2. I mean, if they want to put a case together against you for $2, I mean, it ain't worth the time, but they can do that.
But I mean, like not filing. What if I just not file and I owe taxes?
Oh, it's plenty of people. It's plenty of people that do that all the time. But right now in 2020, if you did not file and you made under those made under the that amount, oh come on, you got to at least go get the stimulus money. They giving it to you. All you got to do is file for last year. Okay. That's not even talking about anything going forward. That's just last year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there it is. Answered my question. All right, man. Till the next time.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right. So all you got to do is file, man. That's the least you can do. That's what he said. That's what he said. 765. Let's go. One. Let's talk about it. Phones is wide open. Also, jump on the. Where's that? I put it in the chat again. That's the invite joint. Stop sharing. Blah blah blah. All right, there we go. Back to it. All right, so real quick, couple more things, and then we head out of here. Give y'all some time because I know a lot of y'all ain't go to work today. You just been laying around in your drawers. Well, I'm talking about myself. All right. I thought this was interesting. This came up. We may have to bring this up too. I'll be watching Boyce Watkins, right? So I'm a fan of his content and information that he gives out. So one headline caught me. He was talking about Byron Allen recently settled, right? And this was a long, complicated, intricate article. I didn't have a chance to read the whole thing. But if you remember, about a year and a half ago, Byron Allen was on this tour where he was taking on the FCC for like $300 million. And he put it on the line. He did a press run. He did all the big podcasts, the big live shows. And he was saying that if the FCC wins, it'll put black people back into slavery, and they're trying to deregulate of communications. What was the thing? Like companies that own mass media, right? And it was this and it was that, and it's going to put black people back 150 years, right? And then we ain't hear nothing about it. So come to find out, just a few short months ago, he settled. Wasn't no announcement. No thank you. No, hey man, here's the update. Here's the update. I'm good. It wasn't none of that. And so Boyce kind of went in and was like, yo, what does this mean where you came to the community, plead your case to get support, to rally for you, and then you settled on, out of court, and there was no mention of what went down. And this is like $300 million on the line, right? That's a lot of money. And so I guess Boyce was trying to go at the angle that like you only came to this community for that reason, never had before, and couldn't even give us the common courtesy for an update at the end, right? So I guess he had been posting to or writing commentary directed at the Griot, which is owned by Byron Allen, and apparently they blocked him or whatever. And so he was like, the last headline I seen, he was like, what kind of world is it where I am too black for the Griot? Now the Griot, as you know, purports itself as this black platform owned by Byron Allen. So I thought that was interesting, that back and forth. And I know it's not over. Byron Allen is very outspoken, very opinionated, and so is Boyce Watkins. But there were some stories today that I just made me think of that story, and we'll probably talk about that at a later date too. But I don't know if y'all saw this one. It was on the Griot. I saw two stories on the Griot that stood out, and this was the main one. So we'll wrap about this real quick. Probably have a real estate professional on to kind of break this down, to let us know how normal this is. You read the one about the couple out there in the West Coast who had their home appraised and it came in undervalued after extensive renovations. And so they got a second opinion and had their friend come in and act like it was her house. And the appraisal came in at $500,000 more. $500,000 more. And this is Color of Money talks about this as well. But let's read through this real quick. Truth Seeker says, "What to the Byron Allen point? What actually did the community do to help out this situation?" Well, from what I remember, there were some people that went down to Capitol Hill with him, who lobbied for him and kind of raised awareness, and put it on everybody else's radar. So there was some. I don't know how effective or actual or practical that was, but it did happen. It did happen. And people was really rallying behind him on that tip. You know, who knows? People probably wrote, donated, all of that. Great question, though. All right, let's read this article real quick on the way out. Where'd it go at? Oh, right here. All right, so home appraisal for black couple skyrockets after white friend pretends to be homeowners. I gave you the gist of it. But anyway, so the value went up after they had their white friend. It went up $493,000. So they bought a fixer-upper. Shout out to them anyway. You know, in that part of California, they in Marin City. So they put 400 in renovations on this 1,000, added 1,000 square feet on this house that was built in the 60s. The home appraised for $989. Shout out to them for being whoever they are and being able to put $400,000 on this $500,000 house and take it up to $1 million anyway. Right? So you had to know the heat and the scrutiny was coming. Shout out to them. So anyway, they was like, nah, this house worth more than a million, cuz. Like, what is y'all doing? Not even for real. They got their friend to come in, put her pictures around the house. And the second appraisal came in at 1.5. Now you say to yourself, well, that's what's up. No, it's not what's up. The fact that had to be done is like atrocious. And you know, this is just another documented, but imagine the hundreds of thousands of times that shit like this happens on a regular basis everywhere. I like this story because I'm glad they got proof. And again, like we always say, and like I even just said earlier, just mere moments ago, like none of this gets fixed without white people activating. It just doesn't. It's not our system to fix. The shit is just even you know, and that's pretty much the end of that story, as atrocious as it is. But I wanted you to, you know, put that on your radar. That's the type of shit we dealing with. Even with these, everybody's talking about generational wealth and everybody's, you know, on the come up and we all grinding and we've had some wins. This is the type of shit that we got to deal with. Like that internal shit, that built-in shit. That's what we got to deal with. If not for them being creative and if not for their friend being an ally, it's just no way. There's no way that would have came to the surface. No way they would have got around that. No way, shape, or form. Because a game is being played. And you know, is manipulation and maneuvering and appraisal. They said I ain't read that part, but they said it was an old white lady, old decrepit white lady. She probably have dementia in 2 years. She did the appraisal and it's only 989. Appraisal come in at 989. You get another one that comes in at 1.5. Come on, man. Imagine if that's you. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. Undervaluing, false appraisal. Because you've seen white pictures and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get a real estate professional on here soon. There's one I have in particular who I've known for a very long time, and she's always told me about the issue of pictures in open houses and how weird people are and how crazy society is. With the pictures in an open house determine if your shit gets sold or not. I've heard this for years. So to see this story, I'm like, that's crazy. I gotta get her on to talk about that because that's absolutely ridiculous. Truth Seeker says it's called systemic racism that will never change until the fall of this empire. All right. Quote of the day. I'll take it. I'll allow it. But great story, by the way. Anyway, it's on the grill. You'll see it. But shout out to them for being who they are, even able to put that together and do that. And they look young too. They remind me of the people I be watching HGTV. They remind me of the people. Oh, wait a minute, you can't see. They remind me of the people that on the different HGTV shows. I watch all of them where they flipping and home buying and we're looking in first time or whatever. They be like, John's a bartender and Sarah works from home and their budget is like $800,000. I'd be like, how? What is y'all doing? How? All right. For added commentary, I'm bringing Mr. Clarkson down in Studio G. Welcome to the program, Holmes. What's good with you?
What's going on? So, of course, I'm gonna immediately start laughing at the fact of on whenever there's those shows where they're trying to sell something, you got the person where it's like, Wanda is a professional beekeeper and John collects guitar strings. They're looking for a house underneath a budget of $4 million. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I guess my thing is this, right? Two things. Is this a case in both the two parting stories of people waiting to be black when it's convenient? Let me explain. Maybe the issue is that they should the person with the house, maybe they should have went with a black realtor or a black evaluator in the first place. Is that tough? Is that uncomfortable?
No, not at all. And I see where you're going.
Because I'm saying, if for what it's worth, I mean, when we did, evaluations here at the house and everything else, hey, all of a sudden we got an accurate price because of things that are going on in the community. You kind of go with who follows you. Same thing that's happening with Byron Allen, right? I think about 2002. Remember when Michael Jackson called out Sony and called, what's my man's name? Said he was evil and he was a racist.
Tom Mottola.
Yes, Tom Mottola. And Al Sharpton brought him to the black community. Now, mind you, black community ain't seen Michael Jackson in a minute. Now, all of a sudden, you calling him out as being racist, evil, because the Invincible album didn't do as well as you thought it was going to do. But maybe if you would have came home, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in now. Maybe that's not nice to say during Black History Month, but I think. But I mean, I want equality for us, but at the same time, come home first.
Right.
Just come home first. That's my argument.
Because you could look at it. Well, we don't know much about Marin City. I mean, I'm familiar, but I'm talking about most of us. Sure. There may not be any black appraisers. It might be one of those little towns.
That's hard for me to believe, man.
Yeah. But there are some black people, and we know them. We've both lived in different places, and we know how regionally black people are different in every region. There's some black people who don't have that. They can be all black. You never question their blackness, and still they don't have black sensibility. Like they don't think black.
Okay.
They don't think like, oh no, I should be able to just go and get an appraiser and get the right value. Like they don't even, that shit just goes right over their head. I know people like that don't even think that this is the situation where I would have experienced racism. I know people like that.
I
just went into Angie's List and they said it was a good appraiser. I don't understand why
they got 4 to 8 stars. Yeah. 4 to 8 stars. Everything should be great.
Why they would be that way to us? We didn't do anything. But I know people.
By the way, is that a character of someone who's oblivious to like systematic racism? That's their voice. I thought that this was going to go on this way.
I mean, we have the money. We not poor. We I don't understand.
Yikes.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yikes.
Well, yeah, let's Google. Let's Google black appraisers in Marin City. Let's see.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm gonna turn down my jail light because I'm getting washed out. It looks bad. Hold on.
No, it's actually wait a minute, let me come back to it. No, it's actually it's very
good.
TV. Yeah, it's TV.
Okay, it's here. Okay, cool. There it is.
All right. Are there any black
Studio G's getting some upgrade?
Yeah, absolutely. Appraisers.
So wait a minute, can we do an over/under?
What's that?
A number of black ones.
Okay. What's the line?
I'm going to say there's at least 3.
Okay.
There's at least 3.
All right. I'm going under.
Ooh, here we go.
I'm going under.
Welcome to Black Appraiser Trivia. Over under on this one is 3.
I would be so shocked if they even returned a search. I would be so
God.
shocked. Where is it? Oh, I opened the wrong window. Wait a minute. Share screen. You can tell I'm not in the classroom.
Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have there.
Yeah, the breakout rooms. Right,
breakout rooms. Are you siding more with me that's saying there's at least 3, or are you going under? Black appraisers.
All right, let's hit enter.
Come on.
Black couple. Okay, there's story.
Story. Okay.
There's a story.
Come on, give me 3. Give me 3.
Oh, a history of racially exclusionary housing.
Oh God.
In Marin City. Okay, maybe that could. Oh, Angie's List. I was joking. Look. Oh, wait a minute.
Angie's. Get matched with the top rated. Okay.
Yeah, but you can't say Black Appraiser, I don't think.
Well, just put the zip. They gonna have pictures, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, good call. Now I got to find the zip. What's the zip? I'm on another.
Okay.
Device.
So we got some people who are going under. Nobody's going with. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Black people are everywhere. We gotta have at least 3.
Not in some of these little towns. Marin City zip code is okay. 94965. That sounds like one of them places.
Anything that start off 9.
Yeah, when you got a
949
zip code, you'd be like, I don't know if that's where. All right, what is the purpose of this appraisal? Settling us. No, what's the purpose of this?
We're selling our house. Just say we're trying to sell the house.
Where's that option?
They don't got that much.
Oh, it ain't. Oh, there we go. Other. Here we go.
Yeah, just trying to sell the house.
Estimated size of the home and the property. Oh, okay. It's so they added 1,000 square feet. Damn, I wish we knew more. I wish we knew more. I'm gonna say up there in the that's up near Silicon Valley. That's in northern.
Right.
So they little small, little expensive, overpriced joints.
Little townhouse.
Yeah, no, it's probably single family, but it's
Okay.
They put 1,000. They added 1,000 square feet on it. So I'm thinking it's one of them baby joints. So I'm gonna go right here. All right. I'm requesting this appraisal as the property. Okay, all right.
Yeah, own it. Okay.
Okay. How soon you need the results? We're flexible. Well, flexible. Yeah. What kind of location? It's a home. Let's get some pictures. I don't want to be contacted later. Let's see.
We might have to do this as a Friday bit.
Oh, geez.
This might be a good bit for you and John.
It could be. Yeah, that's too much. I just want to see the results. I just want to see the results.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Google. We might have to go back to Google. All right. Black family fakes white home ownership. And what kind of headline is that? You see the difference.
Fakes. Yeah, because fakes basically says that they try to get over. Not that they're trying to seek justice.
Right. Not try to see exactly.
Jeez.
All right, so let's go to this story. This story might do it. Oh, it's a whole PDF. I thought that was an article. Okay. Oh, y'all can't see that because I went to a whole nother screen. Well, that's a book. That's not what I want.
No.
That's not what I want. All right, yeah. So we may have to say this for Friday because I want to know now.
Yeah. So I'm putting a $1 bet that there's at least 3.
Okay.
And gentleman's wager, I will not look at this. I will not Google this until Friday.
No. You can because we need help with the research. It's
okay, yeah. So I got to do my job.
Your bet has already been stated, and I accept.
Okay,
Doc, I think it's less. The line is. I think it's under. I think it's under. And we're gonna get to the root of this to kind of further explain to the people in the cheap seats, how real this is and how maybe they didn't have a choice. I get your point about coming home when it's when
it's controversy, you want to come home.
But they could be in a place where we thought that we could just
because I didn't really think it'd be that big of an issue.
I know it says buy black and what's the joint amplifying black voices. I know the hashtag because I follow it on social media. But we just thought that we went with the best. We just went with the best.
Oh God!
You see what I'm saying? When you making a certain amount of money, sometimes you just be like, I'm gonna just go with the best. You know what I'm saying? All right, but there's that. All right, Mr. G.
Fair enough.
I mean, Mr. Clarkson, Studio G. All right.
Steve.
We'll bring that. We're gonna circle back to that one on Friday. That's a heck of a story. We're gonna leave on this funny real quick. So apparently, sports fans, there's controversy with the Detroit Pistons and Blake Griffin. So Blake Griffin, they're sitting him indefinitely for the remainder once they find out what they're gonna do with him because he's not working out. Not that he's not working out, but they want to go in a different direction and figure out a way to get the most for their money. And so I saw this tweet of an incidents where Steve Ballmer, owner of the Clippers, caught him at a Detroit Pistons shoot around shortly after he had got traded. If you remember, they hung the franchise tag on him, paid him a max extension, and then got rid of him 7 months later. So it's kind of a big deal, big emotional deal. So this video was funny. It was saying the first time that he saw him in person, this is what happened. He saw him in practice. And here we go. This is how Blake reacted when he seen his former owner. Oh, where'd it go at? Oh, it's right here. I was on the wrong page. All right, this is him in the shoot around. That's him right there at the bottom of the screen. And that's Steve Ballmer, the owner. Remember, he took over the Clippers after Donald Sterling left. But he's trying
moments ago, Clippers owner Steve Ballmer was waiting for Blake to finish
Whoa,
with some
not
early
so
warm-ups.
fast.
All Steve wanted to say was hello. Blake said goodbye. Now there's a chance that perhaps he didn't see him. Steve says, what are you going to do?
There's a chance
You get a
he
sense
didn't
of the
see
tone
him.
in the building here, Mickey York. It's going to be a heck of a
There's a chance he didn't see him. Let's watch it again.
Well, moments ago,
Oh, this Blake is good. Hey, Blake, I just wanted to say
Blake to finish with some early warm-ups. All Steve wanted to say was hello. Blake said,
all right, let's see when Blake come out. You know what, man?
Owner Steve Ballmer was waiting for Blake to finish
time
with
to
some
go to the
early
locker
warm-ups.
room.
All Steve wanted to say was hello.
That is hilarious. So, of course, Twitter is divided in half, as always. Was that professional or unprofessional? How would you handle that situation? And we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. We appreciate you. On behalf of everybody that made this show possible, and Holloway Tax Services, and my man Ramey from Philly, Delaware. You sound like a Delaware boy. Everybody else, appreciate y'all for calling in, tuning in, telling somebody. Hit the likes on the way out. Follow us on social media. Donate to the cause. Also donate to the Live Money Wheel, which is run this Friday. Make sure you put in the notes where you want the money to go. And that's about it, man. We're way over time. So Roland Martin, we're going to have to get you another time. We appreciate you, though. Thanks for always standing by. And also the Drunken Fruit bundles are still going, holiday bundles. We got 3 left. Champagne and strawberry is a perfect pairing. Do something nice for yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. You hear me?
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.